Are you ready to peel back the layers of Hollywood's glitz and glam? Do you believe every word that comes out of a comedian's mouth? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dissect some serious allegations, or maybe just another stand-up routine gone wild. Let's get to know the protagonists of our content today. Katt Williams is an American stand-up comedian and actor known for his high-energy comedy sets and controversial behavior. He gained fame in the 2000s for comedy specials like the Pimp Chronicles Part 1 and his role as Money Mike in Friday After Next. However, Williams has also generated headlines for legal issues including arrests for assault and battery. Steve Harvey is another famous American comedian, author, and TV host. He first gained fame as a stand-up comic in the 1990s and then went on to host shows like The Steve Harvey Show and Family Feud. Harvey is known for his smooth hosting style and moralistic views. He has been married 3 times, most recently to fashion blogger Marjorie Harvey in 2007. Marjorie Harvey is Steve Harvey's 3rd wife. The couple wed in 2007, and Steve credits Marjorie with making him a better man and teaching him about true love. Marjorie is a fashion blogger and runway coach who helps provide makeovers to guests on Steve's daytime talk show. She sometimes appears on the show as a guest host or segment producer. Together, Steve and Marjorie have a blended family of 7 children. They present themselves publicly as a tight-knit, religious family. What does the rivalry between comedians Katt Williams and Steve Harvey reveal about finding success and longevity in Hollywood? The world of comedy is one where only the cream rises to the top. For every comedian that makes it big as a household name, there are hundreds more struggling in small clubs hoping to get their big break one day. Recently, comedian Katt Williams ignited conversations about the fickle nature of fame in the comedy business by calling out industry peer Steve Harvey. Williams questioned why Harvey has sustained such mainstream success over the years compared to himself. He believes Harvey's shrewd image crafting and connections allow him to keep booking gigs despite controversies that might have cancelled others. Examining both comedians' trajectories and scandals provides intriguing insight into the politics of the comedy world and what it really takes to have longevity at the top. Katt Williams has never been one to mince words when it comes to sharing his opinions. The edgy comedian is known for speaking unfiltered truth through his stand-up acts. Back in 2008, Williams set his sights on a seemingly untouchable target in comedy royalty, Steve Harvey. During a show, Williams publicly mocked Harvey for being homophobic, prejudiced, and trading his principles for fame. This kicked off a long-running feud between the two comedians. Williams claimed that not only was Harvey problematic offstage, but that he mistreated staff on his shows. He referenced a leaked 27 memo from Harvey with bizarre demands about not approaching his dressing room without permission. When criticized, Harvey defended the rules as simply fixing his team's previously lax policies. Beyond questioning his character, Williams insinuated Harvey benefited from insider connections to brush scandals under the rug. In 2015, Harvey was sued for pulling out of a private jet rental halfway through renovations he had requested. Though Harvey countersued for his $250,000 deposit and won, Williams implied he only succeeded thanks to industry allies. Rumors have swirled for years about Harvey's sexuality, with Williams vaguely alluding that Harvey keeps gay relationships hidden. He believes Harvey evades consequences for offensive comments thanks to his pull amongst Hollywood elites. Various YouTube videos compile Harvey's most controversial remarks on religion, gender, and dating over the years. In Williams' view, Harvey sustains mainstream success despite scandal thanks to vigilant brand management and leveraging insider privileges. Whereas Williams prides himself on unfiltered comedy, Harvey plays it safe to court the broadcast audience possible. But does Williams have a point? Does managing public image and connections override pure talent alone when it comes to making it in Hollywood long term? Examining both comedians' backgrounds and careers lends helpful context. Harvey and Williams actually come from relatively humble beginnings doing stand-up in comedy clubs. Both leveraged raw talent and charisma early on to make a name for themselves. Williams spent years honing his craft on the underground comedy scene in Cincinnati and Dayton before a big break on MTV's Wild 'N Out in 2005. That opened doors to stand-up specials and movie roles like Friday After Next. Harvey did stand up in the 1980s, but didn't land his own sitcom until The Steve Harvey Show in 2000. Recurring roles expanded his exposure until the game show Family Feud catapulted him to household name status in 2010. In essence, both found success through traditional grassroots paths in the early days. Digging deeper though, key strategic differences emerge. Williams earned fame sticking to edgy stand-up and cameo roles playing exaggerated versions of himself. He attracted a loyal niche audience drawn to no-holds-barred humor reflecting the real world. Harvey eventually pivoted into TV hosting and family programming with broad, multi-generational appeal. He leveraged his fame to sell relationship advice books and secure endorsements as well. While Williams is still headlining clubs, Harvey's pivoted into a multimedia brand who can stay busy across ventures. Strategically, Harvey tapped into universally appealing content, while Williams still thrives on loyal fans loving his authenticity. When looking at controversies that could have cancelled both men, further insights around longevity emerge. For Harvey, a pattern surfaces where inflammatory incidents temporarily make headlines but get eclipsed without fundamentally threatening his empire. Take his sexist comments over the years that sparked temporary outrage but no long-term fallout. Misogynistic views don't align with Harvey's mainstream branding, so he issues apologies and recalibrates. Rumors around his infidelity and sexuality have circulated for years without evidence definitive enough to tank his career. His demanding staff rules earned criticism but lacked employee complaints to sustain a scandal. Lawsuits lodged by his ex-wife, Mary Lee, generated embarrassing headlines but caused no lasting damage to his brand. In essence, Harvey utilizes his resources and insider privileges to evade cancellation from controversies. He seems adept at damage control, just robust enough to keep his content appealing to broad audiences. But for Williams, similar scandals have carried much heavier career consequences. Issues with substance abuse and related arrests have disrupted his momentum since the late 2000s. Erratic behavior and show cancellations have rendered some promoters hesitant to book him. His truthful callouts of industry hypocrisy breed resentment from potential collaborators. Without the insider connections of Harvey, Williams struggles to contain scandals threatening his livelihood. Unreliable behavior patterns diminish his casting viability as well compared to Harvey's squeaky clean persona. While both men have undeniable talent, Harvey's carefully tailored image and privilege help shield him from the worst-case scenarios. Does succeeding in Hollywood demand playing the game and selling out one's authenticity to appeal to the broadest audience possible? The diverging careers of Williams and Harvey reveal some universal truths around finding longevity in the world of celebrity comedy. It seems succeeding in the mainstream requires mitigating risk by crafting a broadly appealing brand and leveraging insider connections judiciously. Short-term scandals can be overcome by swift damage control and spreading publicity across multiple ventures. But controversies tend to stick harder to outsider renegades like Williams, who calls out industry hypocrisy. Without powerful allies, truth-tellers face greater risk of cancellation and diminishing opportunities. But Williams shows one can still sustain a comedy career for decades by focusing on talents rather than chasing mainstream validation. He attracts enough loyal niche fans to keep selling tickets based on the authenticity lacking in Harvey's meticulously crafted persona. The divergent career trajectories of Katt Williams and Steve Harvey underscore several universal truths about finding longevity in Hollywood as a comedian. Mainstream success seems to require mitigating risks by crafting a brand with broad appeal and leveraging connections to contain occasional scandals. Harvey has utilized these strategies along with damage control to evade cancellation over the years. But Williams proves one can sustain a career on raw talent alone by focusing on nurturing a loyal niche audience rather than chasing validation from fickle tastemakers. Both comedians possess undeniable gifts, yet only Harvey played the game by Hollywood's rules. While neither approach guarantees lasting success or failure, the case of Williams versus Harvey sheds light on how reputation management and insider privileges can be as crucial as talent in determining who becomes an icon versus who remains an obscure fringe voice. Their stories reveal how a cutthroat industry picks winners and losers based on factors beyond just making audiences laugh. And that's a wrap on our journey through the scandalous world of Hollywood's alleged pimp game, courtesy of Katt Williams. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video as intriguing as a Hollywood scandal. Subscribe for more celebrity tea served with a side of skepticism, and ring that notification bell to stay updated on all our latest exposés.